Yep, I can totally see your dashboard.
Perfect. Okay. Just making sure with Google Meet. Sometimes it shows different screens. So as long as we're looking at the same thing, that's great. Well, thanks everyone for jumping in. My name's Mo. Steve is on here with me. And the goal for today is we're going to just spend maybe 20 minutes or so and get you familiar with the VideoBuzz platform. This is something that you have available to you right now today at zero cost. And so if you have already used this in the past, in the past rather, we're going to go ahead and get you updated on the refresh that we've recently done. And if you've never used it, we'll kind of get your feet wet and get you started so that you can start to take advantage of some of the tools you have through ERA. So with that being said, for those that have never used this, how you access your VideoBuzz account is directly through Leverage. Okay, so you don't need a special username or password or anything like that to get in our system. You're going to jump right into Leverage, and under the section where it says Social Tools, you will see a link that says VideoBuzz. And when you click on that, it will automatically route you right here into your VideoBuzz account. Okay. Once you jump in here, you can see in the top left-hand corner here where it says Results Realty. I'm logged in at the brokerage level right now, just for today's demo, but you'll be logged into your own account. So this will show your face, all of your profile information, and you'll be diving into your own account. On this main section, this dashboard is where you'll be logged in. And there's really, not a whole lot to do per se here. This will just start to kind of calculate some different analytics for you, show you some recent activities down in the bottom left and recent updates that our team is kind of a message from us to you on different things that we have in development or recently released. So a lot of cool stuff, packed into the dashboard. But again, mostly just to give you kind of a bird's eye view of what's going on in the platform. As I know we're recording this, and if you're following along, one of the things that I always like to point out first is that we do have a resources tab here. When you click on this, everything we're going to go through today, or if you're watching this later on, and you missed the meeting today, we have everything broken out in video tutorials. So we have a good FAQ section. We've got a lot of different opportunities to get you some help depending on your learning style. But these videos are great. So don't feel like you have to frantically take notes as we go through today. If you do miss anything or you have questions later on as you jump in, everything from the dashboard to videos to social media, pretty much everything in the platform is covered in a 2-minute or less little snippet video for you to help you, kind of guide you and get started. So this first area that we're going to jump into is listings. And this is one of the core components that VideoBuzz does for you, for ERA, is that every time you go out and you get a listing, we go and create a branded and an unbranded version of a listing video for you, as well as your very own property website. So right here under this listings tab is where you can find that. Now, again, I'm logged in at the company level, and so I'm going to see everybody's listings. When you're logged in to your account, you're going to see all of your listings. Okay. Now, you might be in between listings right now, or maybe you're a buyer's agent watching this and wondering how this could pertain to you. One of the differences you'll notice in your account, in this top kind of left-hand corner right under where it says My Listings, is there is a toggle if you don't have any listings right now, or again, if you're a buyer's agent, where you can toggle to see all of the office listings. Okay. So while you won't be able to edit those or make any changes to them, if you ever did want to, just help endorse somebody else's listing or help with some cross sales within the company, you always have the opportunity to share inner office listings out to your social media pages, just to help bring some social exposure and have some content out to your Facebook or YouTube pages. So as I scroll down here, you're going to notice all of these listings kind of come up in what we call a card format. They're all housed in their own cards. And there's buttons on each of these, kind of give you some different options that we're going to jump in and explore just for a couple of minutes. This first one here is details. This details button is essentially the guts of this video. Okay, so this is all of the data, the information, the media that we used when you entered this into the MLS to create your listing video. Up in the top, you'll be able to play that video if you want. Right down below that, you'll see all the pertinent property information that gets updated automatically for you through ERA or through Dash. And then down at the bottom, I always like to highlight a couple of these things, the scene editor, as well as the background music, because these are both areas that you do have some options to change if you want to. Okay, so oftentimes the MLSs are a little bit more restrictive on what you can do as far as uploading videos, or doing 360s, or panoramas. Most of the time they like just still imagery. If there's ever a time that you wanted to, maybe you hired a videographer or you recorded a cool selfie video of you introducing the property, or you took some drone footage, something like that. If you ever wanted to add those type of files into your listing video, this scene editor is where you can do that. So you'll notice there's some quick, simple edits like changing the duration of this scene. You can change the effect, in other words, the transition in between scenes, or you can add simple stickers onto these that will fly in the bottom right-hand corner for just listed or open house or sale pending, just sold, price reduced, all kinds of different things there. You also can reorder these. So we take whatever order you input these into, but if for some reason they looked out of order, this simple toggle and you can reorder these. And then lastly, here is the upload files. So this is where, again, if you have a video file or something that you wanted to add, you can simply click on the upload files, choose whatever file you have off of your computer. And when you click to upload that, that will now enter here into your scenes. So if you make any changes to your scenes, or if you make any changes to the background music, maybe you didn't like the track that our system assigned it, you wanted to change that, right at the bottom, all you'll do is click save and process, and this will go out and tell our encoders to make you a brand new version of this video with whatever changes that you made right here. Okay. So again, predominantly these are all automated, but you kind of get the best of both worlds in that while you don't have to do anything, if you did want to add additional media or swap out some music, you do have the ability to do that should you choose to. The other piece on these cards, as soon as this screen loads here, right next to the details page, which is where we just were, I'll just scroll down a little bit to the one we were on. You'll notice an analytics button. So if you are a numbers person and you like tracking the stats as you share these out to social media, you can click on analytics and that will give you specific property stats. There's a share option. So if you wanted to share this out to social media, one of the things we'll jump to here in just a minute is automation, where you can set these up to automatically share out to social media for you. But in the event you just wanted to manually share this, you can click on that share button. It will pre-fill for you everything. So you'll have the title, all the details of the property. That text ERA code gets automatically put in there for you with a lead form. And you'll just simply click on Facebook or YouTube and then click this share now button. And it will share that post for you out to your Facebook and or YouTube channel. Okay. Right down below the details, analytics, and share button is your branded and your unbranded versions of this video. So the branded versions, meaning this is all about you, your face, your logo, all of your company and personal information, is all a part of the video. This is what gets shared out to social media by default. If you ever wanted to link this video or put this video back to your MLS, 9 times out of 10, they require an unbranded version. Okay, so you would just simply click on this. You can click to copy this link for the unbranded version and then paste that right into your MLS. And now you'll have an unbranded version of your listing video out to your MLS. And then the last option down below is this view microsite. That's, as I was mentioning, we create a property URL for all of the different listings that you have. Some agents love using these, some don't. Totally depends on how you like to utilize your marketing. But these get created with a real nice property gallery, all of course branded to you and to your company. A contact agent, a schedule of showing, all the property info down below, along with a property video tour. And this schedule of showing or request info, these go directly to you through your leads engine or your lead router account within ERA. So you do not need to, if you do use these websites, you don't need to, jump into VideoBuzz to track your leads. These will automatically flow to you directly through the ERA platform. Okay. And then at the very bottom here, hopefully it's coming through the screen okay, but you'll see a created date and a last updated date. So this will show you when the video was originally created, and then if there was any changes, whether it be to the price or the media or any edits that you've made, you'll also see when the last updated version of that listing video was. All right, so we'll jump down into automation. Automation is really the perfect complement to your listings, okay? So this gives you the ability to not just have your listing videos automatically made, but they can be automatically shared for you out to social media as well. Meaning you don't have to lift a finger. You just get the listing, input it in the MLS, listing video gets created, listing video gets automatically marketed for you, okay? Now this is available at the company level as well as at your individual agent level. So even if the company is marketing your listings for you, you do have the ability to also jump in here and set this up so that your listings go to your social media pages. How you're going to go about doing that, you'll just click on automation, and then right here where it shows the automation type for just listed, you can see this is marked as off. You'll simply click on this and it will open up where you can enable the just listed automations. And now you'll be met with 3 different columns, right? So this first one on the left is your social media accounts. This is where you can toggle these on or off and connect your Facebook or connect your YouTube. In the middle here is how you would like these to post. So this daily posting, you can choose a maximum number of posts per day. Most people would just set that to 5 or 10. Odds are, you're not getting 5 or 10 listings a day. It'd be great if you do, but this is more or less just a throttle for you. And then off on the right-hand side here is a custom signature. So if you do have, a certain tagline, saying, motto, maybe you want to put your designations in there, something like that, or something you're known for or known by, you can simply toggle this on, type in here whatever custom signature you would want. And once you have all your settings, you'll just click on save. And this will now automatically turn on. And every time you have a new listing, it will start to market it to the social media channels that you've turned on. All right, so super easy. Again, you'll click on automation, click in just listed, walk through those couple of columns there and press save. And now all of your new properties will automatically get marketed. Down below, you'll start to see, as you have this turned on, all the recent automations that do get posted. So this will show you, what the property was, the automation type, where it was automated to, and then when it was automated, right? When it was actually posted for you. So gives you kind of an interactive view there on your automations. Client reviews is another piece. Now this will automatically know which office you belong to. Again, I'm logged in here at the company level, so it has me choose the office. But this is another really cool way to have automated content on your behalf, posting out to your social media pages. What this program is, if you guys utilize this, or if maybe you're not aware of it, but every time that you have a transaction, when that transaction closes, ERA sends out to your clients on your behalf a review, or they can say, hey, it was great working with Mo. He's the best, whatever positive things they want to say. Any of those that come back to ERA and are a 5-star review for you, we automatically ingest those into VideoBuzz for you. Okay, so if it was a bad review, we don't even take it in. These are only your 5-star reviews. If you want to click on Get Started, this will allow you to set up your automated client reviews. So when I click on Get Started, similar to automations, what you'll find here is that there's a few different settings that you need to choose from, and then you'll click Save, and these automated client reviews, every time you get a good review, will just automatically start to post for you out on social media, okay? So I think it's trying to load the company. Here we go. So you'll just toggle this on for your client review automation. You'll notice settings in this top left, a few different options. You can have these post immediately. You can choose to have them post after 48 hours, or you can set these to require your approval. If you wanted to just get your eyes on it and review it before anything goes out, you can always click to require your approval. Down below, you'll choose your Facebook account for social media, and off on the right-hand side here, you can see a lot of different templates We have the in your corner style as well as the new move up style. You can choose multiples. You can pick your favorite one. Totally up to you, but you'll just select which templates you want. And then down at the very bottom, you'll click on Save Settings. And now every single time you get a 5-star review, it will automatically wrap it in whichever templates were your favorite, and it will post that for you with your client's review out to social media for you. All right, so another really cool feature, just to be able to populate content out to social media without you having to go manually log in or create something and then post it out there. So kind of nice to have it automated. Down below, you'll see your recent client reviews with an option to click on this See All Reviews button. When you do that, this will show you a list of all the different reviews that you have. So you'll be able to see who the client was, the rating, the review, what they actually wrote and said, and then you'll see when it was received and if it's been posted yet or not. If it has been, it will give you a link directly to the social media platform that it was posted. And then you'll see some different options here. You can either view this. If you haven't posted it yet, you can always edit the review details. So if you needed to clean up some grammar, or change something that was said, you could certainly do that. If you need to approve this because you set these to require your approval, here's where you can approve those and post those. So kind of some action items here depending on your settings. All right, so we'll jump on to follow-ups. I'm trying to be conscious of time as well. So follow-ups, this is another core part of the platform that we power for ERA. Hopefully you're aware of this. If you're not, I'll give you a quick synopsis, but this is the buyer and seller follow-up program that we've been running for ERA for going on, I think, about 8 years now. This is the #1 adopted platform in all of ERA. It's a wonderful program. What this consists of is that any of your buyers or sellers that you have enrolled into the platform, they will receive a postcard twice a year. So once in the spring and then once in the fall, that gets mailed to their mailbox directly from you. And then once a month, there's a nice email that's a great touch point that goes out to them, again, coming from you and branded to you, okay? In the millions of these emails that we've sent out over the years, there's a less than 2% unsubscribe rate, which is unheard of in mass email marketing. This is a testament to how well ERA writes these. So we deliver them, but the ERA team writes these for you. It's great content. It doesn't sound, gross or drippy or spammy. We all get those emails that we don't want to get. This is really, really nicely written and a great touch point. And that's a testament to the less than 2% unsubscribe rate. So great thing to be able to utilize and stay in front of your clients. How you go about enrolling your buyers or your sellers is up in the top. You'll see this enroll buyer section or an enroll seller section. And then you, of course, can view your buyers that are in there and you can view your sellers that are in there. So all you'll need to do is click on enroll buyer. This will then pull up a list for you of all of the different properties or all the closings that you have. And you would just simply select whichever ones you want. This will tell you when the close date was. If this has been within 30 days of the closing, you'll notice that this will say yes, that it's eligible for free enrollment. So if you enroll your buyers within 30 days of a closing, ERA will pay for this program for you for 4 years. The postcards, the postage, all the emails, literally, again, costs you not one penny. Okay, so again, great tool to be able to jump in here and make sure that you have your buyers enrolled. You can see details here. So if you needed to change the recipient information, maybe your buyer got a different email or some different contact info, you can always change that. The other option that we have right up at the top is that rather than having to toggle each of these individually, you can just simply click to enroll all free properties, and this will enroll every property within the last 30 days that's eligible for enrollment. Okay, so super easy to do. If by chance you run into one that's beyond 30 days and it says no, this doesn't mean that you can't enroll them. It just means that it's not free. Okay, so it means ERA won't comp that. So if you jump down to here, and you wanted to enroll it, you can click to enroll selected property. We pass on all of our discounts to you, to ERA directly. And so for 4 years, it's $12 one time, right? Essentially $3 a year to help us cover the postage and the print costs of those postcards. So that's how the follow-ups work. Same exact deal on the seller side. If you wanted to enroll a seller, you'll click to enroll a seller. The only difference with the seller side is that there's no free enrollments. So ERA covers the buyer side right now. They do not cover the seller side. So these, you would just click on whichever ones you would want, click to enroll the selected property, and then you can enroll whichever sellers that you want into the program as well for either a 4-year or a 7-year plan. All right, jumping down, we have an entire analytics section. So again, if you're a numbers person and you like tracking the growth of all the social posts and what your videos are doing, you'll love this analytics section. This will show you some different performance stats, things about your listings, your social media engagement, client reviews, follow-up analytics, all kinds of fun stuff in here. I won't bore you with it today, but again, if you're a numbers person, jump into analytics and you'll be able to track a whole bunch of fun things. Resources we went through just real quickly, showed you these video tutorials. Again, these are designed to be 2 minutes or less, kind of meat and potatoes, get you in and out and understanding what it is you're looking for. We also have this Get Inspired section. This, we just kind of highlight some different trending articles that are real estate related, either that you can reshare to your socials or just to kind of give you a spark or give you some ideas on what type of topics are trending that you might want to cover. Lastly, down below, this support form in the bottom left, if you ever need anything, the ERA Help Desk is a great resource. We interface with them literally every day. Or you can absolutely feel free to fill this little support form out. This goes right to our help desk. And oftentimes we're able to jump in and help you a little bit quicker than having to do the relay, with the ERA Help Desk. The other option you have is this Get Live training. So our goal, is to make sure that you're comfortable and we can help you. If you're not a video watcher, you don't want to watch the tutorials and maybe you don't want to talk with the tech guys, or a support team member, and you just need a little one-on-one help, you have this Get Live training option that we can always hop on a Zoom together, spend 10 or 15 minutes or whatever you need and screen share and make sure that all is good. There also is an FAQ section. So this is pretty self-explanatory. I think we've all, dealt with our fair share of FAQs in the past, but if you ever were just looking for a quick nugget, what file types are supported, this can give you kind of those quick nuggets of, well, we like, these file types for images, these file types for videos, and here's a resolution that's good, kind of a good measuring stick, so that it's high res and looks good. So FAQs are also a part of that. We also, in the top right-hand corner, you'll notice one of our new additions in this new platform is that we also have a chat bot. So consistent on every page throughout this new platform, you will notice there's a quick start guide built into this chat bot. If you were, again, just looking for some quick, hey, how do I connect my social media accounts? Or I need to configure my automation. You can utilize this chat bot, or you can simply ask BuzzBot any question that you want. You would just type it in this box and away you would go. It would intuitively kind of help walk you through the system. And then the very last piece here, and then I'll turn it back over, is your settings. So if you've never been in the platform, believe it or not, this settings tab, I know we're ending with it, but this really is a great place as a starting point as well, okay? This is where all your profile information, you'll see your headshot right here under your profile photo. All of your profile information is what gets synced with what you have inside of Leverage. Okay, so if you update your profile photo or you get a new email or phone number, as long as that's updated in Leverage, it will be updated in VideoBuzz for you, and consequently on all of your listing videos or your client reviews that get posted. The social media tab, this is the big one. So throughout the platform, whether it's sharing your listings or your automation or your client reviews, you guys can kind of see there's a lot of different opportunity to share things to social. Under settings and this social media tab is where you're going to connect that. Okay, this is what establishes us having access to your Facebook or your YouTube accounts so that we know where to post everything for you. So you'll jump into social media, you'll simply toggle whichever ones you want on, and then you'll be met with a pop-up that I'm sure most of you have probably seen with other apps. But if it was Facebook, I would toggle this on. It would ask me to log into Facebook, and then Facebook is going to ask you, hey, are you giving permission to VideoBuzz to be able to post to your pages, right? Once you approve that, we now have a connection established, and that's what allows our platform to do some of that marketing for you. Notifications is this third tab here, and this is what will allow you to choose whichever emails you want our system to send to you and which ones you don't. So there's a lot of different options in here because there's a lot of different things that can happen in the platform. We don't want to bombard you with anything you don't want. So simply click on whichever toggles you would like an email for and toggle off whichever ones you don't. And that just tells our system to make sure that we're giving you and arming you with whatever emails that you want info on, and that we're not bombarding you with those things that you don't want to see. So, all right. So I'm going to jump back to dashboard and kind of open it back up for any questions. Again, trying to be very courteous of everybody's time. Was there any questions or anything that maybe I didn't cover that you were hoping to see, Dana?
No, I think you covered everything and it looks great. I'm just curious if anybody that jumped on here has any questions, or if any of you guys are using it and this helped you. Well, perfect. Mo and Steve, I really appreciate you guys being here. I'm glad that we recorded this, and I'll push that out to all of our agents. And you showed them where the help button is, so I'm sure if they need anything, they know exactly where to reach out to.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for having us. And yes, as you do jump in there, please don't be shy. As you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to us, and we'll help you however we can. So.
Absolutely. Everybody have a great day.
Thank you both. Have a great day,
All right.
everyone.
Yeah,
Thanks,
thank you.
everyone.
And
Thank
anybody,
you.
if you need to get on Leverage or don't remember how, reach out to Dana. She'll help you get back on Leverage. So thank you, everybody.
Thanks. Bye.